2.
No, not 2.
What did you say again?
A circle around a box. Around both a circle.
4.
No.
Like one of every 20 school-age kids in Virginia, this boy has a learning disability. He finds it hard to focus in the classroom, can't remember or understand what his teacher's trying to convey.
The schools accommodate these deficits, so they give you a quiet room, or they give you more time for the test. What they don't do is address the root cause of that issue.
That's Dargan Cogshaw, executive director of a service in Charlottesville called LearningRx. The program, developed in Colorado, is supposed to train the brain in areas where it may be weak.
Attention, working memory, processing speed, long-term memory, auditory processing, visual processing, logic and reasoning.
Exercises are often done with a metronome.
Okay, let's count. 1,
2,
3.
4.
They respond on the beat of the metronome. So they're constantly having to listen for the beat of the metronome, which is working on their divided attention. They're thinking about the answer and they're thinking about delivering it on time. So they're getting a double workout.
The metronome also allows trainers who work one-on-one with students to pick up the pace.
We work at what we call the level of mental sweat. It's an intensity level just before shutdown and frustration. So when you're working with the child, we're pushing them. It's at that level of intensity where we see gain and growth.
And the exercises progress from simple to surprisingly difficult. Here, for example, Cogshaw shows me a list of colors and asks me to read it. Green, blue, red, yellow, black, red, green, blue, black, yellow, red, blue, green, black.
4.85 seconds.
But the word red is written in green ink. The word blue is written in yellow, and so on.
All right, now I want you to say the color of the word. Don't read the words, say the color of the words in the first 2 rows. Ready? Go.
Blue, yellow, black, blue, green, yellow, green, black, blue, green, black, green, red, black.
7 seconds, almost twice as long.
Cogshaw believes these exercises cause the brain to rewire itself, to literally get smarter. An internal study tracking students at 69 LearningRx centers showed a 30 to 60% increase, for example, in long-term memory and processing speeds. Critics point out that there are no independent studies of how effective LearningRx is, and with families committing to a daily tutoring session over 12 weeks or more at about $85 per hour, the program isn't cheap. But a professor at Virginia State University in Petersburg hopes to change that. Oliver Hill, chairman of the Department of Psychology, won a National Science Foundation grant to test the program in public schools.
I actually encountered LearningRx at a neuroscience and education conference, and I was impressed with the data they had from their client record over the last few years. They were showing gains of 3 and 4 and 5 year grade level for reading and math and other kinds of academic assessments. And in the past, it was considered a success if you could get a 1-year increase after a year. And they were getting these increases after 15 to 20 weeks of intensive training.
Working with 240 middle school students, he'll compare LearningRx to more traditional tutoring, measuring success through standardized tests. He hopes to finish his study next summer. But Wendy Hope won't have to wait. She's already seen progress for her son Will, an 8-year-old who's been diagnosed with autism.
One of the things about autism is it has a strong component of like delayed answering or processing delay. And so what I really like is that you ask him a question and he's kind of right there. As simple as that sounds, it really helps in communication with peers, following directions, and things like that.
She says LearningRx has made a significant difference in Will's life, improving his reading skills, making him more sociable, and boosting his confidence.
They do these drills over and over again, so he wins a lot. And he also learns that he does things wrong and to keep trying.
While most of the students at LearningRx are in elementary or secondary school, the program also claims success with college kids and with adults who've suffered traumatic brain injuries, stroke, or the typical decline seen in aging adults. For Weekend Virginia, I'm Sandy Hausman.
2.